Hey guys, I got the GSI Halulite Minimalist, and before we get any further, that name is very important because there is a GSI Minimalist that is stainless steel, and this is Halulite, which I guess is their, I assume it's aluminum, but I really don't know. I haven't tried to look that up. It is pretty light though, but there is a difference, so just to let you know, make sure you're watching what you're buying. Now this is a cook pot setup, or whatever you want to call it, a cup, but 600 milliliters. Took me a long time to buy this, and this is all my setup here. I was looking at titanium for the longest time, almost pulled the trigger a bunch of times. I looked at every single brand, almost bought, Snow Peak, Tokes, I looked at MSR, all of them, but in all different size ranges too. Snow Peak, Tokes, everything, from 500 milliliters to 900, and cook pot packages with all different stuff. And then I saw this one, and I don't know what it was really, but made me say, oh, I gotta take a look at this a little bit more. Don't know what it was, but it doesn't have handles, so I don't know if that's a make or break. There are some models in other brands that don't have handles. It made me have to look at it more because I did want handles, but after thinking about it, but anyways, this has a small canister inside of it right now, so if it seems really heavy, I'll just weigh it for you guys, but that's with the canister in it. As far as my weights go, I do weigh in with the gas canister, especially if I'm just going for an overnight, because I'm not using all the gas. So if I'm going for longer, then I won't count the gas, but I will count the canister. I don't know if everyone does, but I'm still going to be carrying the canister unless, I've never been in a place where I could get rid of it, so I'm carrying the canister. I just won't weigh the gas if it's longer. Anyway, so this is 16.5, so about a pound, which isn't light, but that's got the canister in it. Then anyways, I got it comes with this. I don't use that though. I have this titanium long spoon spork. I generally use the kind of pre-done freeze-dried meals, Mountain House, Backpacker's Pantry. So this gives me options, and it's very light. Just going to reset this scale here, sorry. And that weighs 0.7. This guy right here, if you're wondering, 0.3. It is light, and I've seen a lot of reviews, both on other cook kits that come with this from GSI and some with this, talking a lot of crap about this. Not saying they're wrong, but 99% of them, when they do talk about whether they have used it or not, they haven't. So also look at that. I have used this, not any hard use, and not I haven't used it a million times because I'd say this is light duty. That's my opinion because, like I said, I haven't put it through hard use, but it flexes too much. I wouldn't put anything hard on this. I generally will just use it if I know I'm maybe just going out for the day. Maybe I'm just cooking some coffee or tea, maybe some noodles, but I've left this in here while I was making tea. It wasn't in there long, but it was just sitting in there with the tea bag, I don't remember what I was doing, but I came back, and not that this was melted, but it got very soft. And the track here was very loose. It was just wobbling all over the place. So if I needed to eat with it still, I would have had to wait for it to cool down or something. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this for heavy use. I don't know if they sell these separately. They come with their sets, and I never bought this for this spoon anyways. I have this. I would recommend using a titanium spoon. If you want one to fit in here, there's foldable ones. I don't know about as long as this, but there's foldable ones. And but yeah, it is what it is. It's just a little extra thing as far as I'm concerned that comes with this. It's mainly this that is important to me. Now, I've heard a lot of things said about the lid. That it's too heavy. Well, if you're buying this, you got to understand this is meant for kind of making this also into a great drinkable cup, which it does. Having coffee in here or tea or hot chocolate's nice. It flips over, so you can use it as a lid while cooking, boiling water. Works really well. Thing I like about this, and which made me decide on this, is you have lots of options. You cannot bring all the stuff that comes with it. Just use the cup. So I also have this. This doesn't have measurement markings on it, which I would have liked, but not every single one does anyways. This does, and I can use it for drinking and other things if I'm using the cup. It comes with this gripper, and this is not, like I've heard a few people say this is just, for, I don't know, it's crappy or whatever. It's not. This works great. If you don't want it in the dirt, it has a magnet on it. You can stick it on your canister. Everything works. It's thought out. This, you can put your fingers in water. You grab it here, and it doesn't burn you. You can put it all the way down. Now, I'm not sure if they meant for you to use this to pour the pot. I wouldn't do that. I would pick it up and put it in the neoprene sleeve. I got a J-cloth here. I don't carry a sponge or anything. That's super light, and they're very durable. This piece here, which is half a sheet, is 0.1 of an ounce. So I don't carry it in the bag. This is just when I'm storing it. This is my stove. I would recommend this. This is the lightest stove you can get, as far as I know. Titanium. This one says foam on it. The brand on there, but most of the time you might see BRS. I've seen on YouTube a lot of these are branded with. I don't know if that's the company that makes it and they just branded this for someone else. It looked exactly the same, so I bought this one. It's a few bucks cheaper, but they're really a great price. You can get them for 20 bucks or less, I think. At most I've seen is, well, I mean, you can always find them for more, of course, but 25 bucks or less, and that's a great deal for this. I bought it, I think, for in the high teens, if I'm remembering right. And it's been good so far, and everything I've seen on YouTube, these have lasted. It's a tiny stove, so if you don't like tiny stoves, but this without the sack weighs 0.9 of an ounce. So I'll take the small stove. This is a half-filled Bic lighter, and here's my canister, which this one is full. Just gonna back up some of the stuff here. Neoprene sleeve, been working great. Has a hole in the bottom so you can easily slide it in. When you grab it, the water can touch this, no problem. We don't splash it around, and then you just drop it in and it slides in, and it's worked great. And then you can go from there and pour it into your whatever you need to pour it into, whether it's another cup or backpacker's meal. 600 milliliters works fine for everything I've needed it to. You have to always look at what your needs are. And for me, if I wanted to do a little bit of cooking in here, I can. There's 600 milliliters. It's been perfectly fine for me. I was looking at 700 on the most part, but 600 has worked fine. Not having handles hasn't bothered me at all. Not as much as I thought it could bother me. European sleeve has worked fine. And like I said, if I wanted to go, I'm just trying to be lightweight. So between that kind of 11 to 20 pounds range. But I always aim for around 15. But anyways, if your goal is lightweight, but you do different things, maybe you go for camping trips or maybe trips where you don't mind a much weight. If you're going ultralight, maybe you just take the cup. I just have the scale off screen here because I got all this stuff here. I'm just going to weigh the cup for you guys. So this is 3.3 ounces. Now I see a lot of people make their own lids and alternate stuff, even stuff that's super expensive, which this isn't. In Canadian, this was $35. I think it's even cheaper. Well, it must be in the States. So I thought that was a great price for everything I get. Water boils fast in this. Very strong. Very thin, but very strong. Doesn't flex, and I haven't had any issues cooking with this. So far I've just boiled water and noodles and eaten noodles out of this as well, but I haven't done like actual cooking inside of it. I don't see it having any issues, but so you could just use the cup. You can put it on the fire, whatever you need. If you want to go more, you have the options. The sleeve, if you just want to take, so you can grab it nicely. You can put your backpacker's meal inside of the sleeve too, if you want. I have no problems bringing this stuff though. If I wanted to, maybe I'd shave the Sea to Summit cup, or probably shave a couple ounces. But overall, this is my kit. I'm happy with it. It's everything I need. I like having the comforts. That's why I like, I'm sticking with lightweight and not ultralight. And you really have to buy expensive stuff to get there too. You can do DIY all you want, but you do have to shell some money out. I recommend this highly. Very versatile. It's a great kit and very accessible to get and great price. Have any questions, comments, let me know. I'll try and answer anything I didn't hear. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you guys have a good one.